Hey guys, welcome back to the English Gentleman Gamer with me, Roscoe. And here's my quick thoughts or overview, whatever you want to call it, on the FIFA 14 demo which came live yesterday. I'm playing as Boca Juniors against Man City, in deference to a few people in my Twitter timeline. I'll start off by issuing a disclaimer, if you will. I haven't played a football game seriously since ISS Deluxe on the Super Nintendo, so I've put this on amateur setting because I haven't touched a football game since then, which is what, 15 years ago? Anyway, so I'm crap at this game, so anyone who wants to say I'm shit, then it's not news to me or anyone really. So anyway, there you go, I'm crap at this game, I'm a complete beginner, so that's where I'm coming from. So I've no idea how it compares to FIFA 13 or whatever Pro 11 or the Konami game's up to these days. I did try making the match a bit longer, when I decided the main reason I didn't shorten it was because you can't. You simply can't on the demo. It's 3 minutes or 3 minutes, so that's that. Right, so graphically, I think it plays quite well. I think you're a bit far away from the action. I think you could be a bit closer personally. I might be in the minority on that particular opinion. Obviously, you know, the further away you are, the more you can see and stuff. But I still think the actual, I hesitate to use the word sprites, but the players look a little bit small. But the pitch and the crowd are all, you know, realistic looking. The banners are all rotating nicely. I'm not dead sure on how the replay thing works, whether I like it or not. I mean, I think that was actually the closest anyone got to scoring in this demo, in this match. I'm presuming the strips are accurate and stuff. I don't know, I don't really keep up to date with Brazilian football. And I struggle to keep up with bloody City's squad at sometimes, even though I live next door to a City fan. But anyway, gameplay wise, I found the passing quite a pain in the arse, to be honest. Sometimes it was remembering a button press I'd made before. So say I didn't have the ball and I press X, I think it is, for short pass, and the guy gets the ball and passes it straight away, even though I haven't pressed X for like 2 or 3 seconds. It remembers to do it. I like the way you can put strength on the through ball, although I did try a few through balls. There we are, I'm trying one there, but it was completely pointless. And it actually attempted to pass it to the dude further away, which I thought was a bit silly, but you know, that's just programming for you, isn't it? I tried one, I did actually manage it there. It didn't actually knock it very far forward. I did have a few shots. I didn't really get to grips with the shooting mechanic, and I really don't know why this guy got booked. Because if you look at the replay, it was like about 30 seconds before I ended up having a shot, and he didn't even chip the guy over. So I'm really not sure what that was all about, but again, you know, it's a demo, so possibly you're polishing, that sort of thing. So the passing wasn't quite as crisp as I was hoping it would be. It might be that this is the pinnacle of football games, I don't know. I just thought it would be a little bit easier. I thought the fact there's such an animation on the, like when the players turn on the ball and stuff like that, that it actually kind of slows it down a bit. I don't know if it's supposed to be realistic or what, but I thought the whole getting the ball from one end to the other was a bit slow. That's just me. Again, my only reference point is a 14-year-old game from the Super Nintendo. But when you do pass it, it does the short passes certainly do generally find your player. Again, the through ball there worked quite well. I never quite got maybe on the sprint. It never seemed. I was pressing R2, I think, was the sprint button. It never seemed to run that much faster, in my opinion. But that's just me. The mistake I made about playing City, I forgot that Joe Hart's the goalie and one of the best in the world. So that even if I did manage to shoot on target, I was unlikely to beat him. I was quite lucky there. I think the guy on another day should have been given onside when the ball was passed. I think he was onside, but it was on the beginner amateur setting or whatever. So you know, I'd have to be really, really shit to get a complete hammering off this one. I didn't bother with anything fancy there, changing the kick taker or any of that stuff. There's plenty of options in there, and what I didn't show at the beginning of this is there's like a little training thing. You seem to level up your passing skill, I think. I mean, I might be completely wrong, so if I'm talking shit then I do apologise, but before I actually got into the game proper, the match, he was asking me to repeatedly try a lob pass for some sort of bronze award. I'm not sure how much difference that would make, and I'm presuming Boca Juniors are an alright team. It's one of the few Brazilian teams I have heard of. the likes of sort of Santos and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know how much difference it'll make whether you get up to the gold level lob pass that you'll be able to start hitting him like Beckham. I don't know. I've cut a few little screens out of this just for the sake of speed, because it's still nearly 10 minutes long, even though it's supposed to be 6 minutes of football, but the video's 10 minutes long. There you go. There's obviously a few interruptions in between for corners, and I think there's a couple of free kicks, but the tackling, I'm not sure worked that well for me. I'd like to hear from some sort of FIFA experts, or at least advanced players, if you will, because I couldn't. Are you supposed to manually change the player to the one nearest the ball? Because obviously, I'm thinking I'm like that fella there on the left of the. Well, anyway, I thought that the player selection was a bit behind the action, if you will. I don't know if that's worse in FIFA 14 than in FIFA 13 or 12. I don't know. I did finally find out you can. I think it was L2. I was pressing to change the player. But yeah, when we were defending, I found it hard to concentrate on attacking the ball because I was constantly having to change direction because my player kept changing. Again, I don't know if that's just common. Going forward, like then, he changes quite quickly, and I didn't have a problem with it. But defending, I found it quite hard. I should really have had at least on target. I don't know what it was on target, but didn't really stretch Joe Hart there. So yeah, defending wise, the player selection confused me because I ended up, I'd be chasing the ball, the player with the ball, and then it switched to a defender who was in front of him, and I'd be running away from him again. And I don't know if that's typical or what, but I didn't actually mean to do that then. I didn't actually mean to fucking try and lob the keeper from miles away. I was actually trying to do just a cross, basically. Close up with the players, I don't know what that dude looks like in real life, so I couldn't tell if that's an accurate depiction. I don't even know what that strip looks like in real life, so couldn't tell you. I mean, for a PS3 game, I think it looks pretty good, and I'd love to see it on a PS4. I think it'd look fantastic. I'd like to think EA have had the dev kits for quite a while and have started to get the head around the the extra abilities and strengths and RAM and blah 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 of the PS4 and the Xbox One. Decided to try and cross that one then, but I should have tried and got it in the air really, because I didn't actually get close to fucking getting it past Joe Hart there. I haven't got any complaints about this as a football game. I think it plays pretty solid, but I'm no expert, like I say, so I mean this may be very rough compared with FIFA 13, I don't really know. I mean, unfortunately these days we do tend to get a lot of patches and stuff. I mean, I was that player on the left there, and it switched me to the player on the right, so I ended up fucking not getting to the ball at all there. So yeah, unfortunately these days, back in the day, patches didn't exist. You weren't able, when games were released on CD or certainly to any console without a hard drive anyway, and no internet connection, it was impossible to patch them. So games like Mario, Super Mario World, and the FIFA games from the Super Nintendo and stuff, that was just the way they were. These days, sadly, they seem to get the games out that bit earlier just to recuperate the money a bit quicker and patch it later. So I don't know whether this game's going to get patched or not, but I didn't see any graphical issues, I didn't hear any sound issues. I mean, the commentaries on these things usually piss me off anyway, so I tend to turn the commentary off if I'm honest. Put some music on instead if I was that way inclined. But yeah, I didn't hear any glitches or issues, I didn't see anything visually. There was no funny little quirks in the player AI or anything like that, so it seems fairly solid to me. Whether I'd be tempted to spend 45 quid, well, unfortunately that's just never going to happen, because I'm not that interested in playing football games particularly. I mean, we'll see, maybe FIFA 13 will come out on PlayStation Plus sometime, I don't know. Because there isn't a great deal of sports games, if you're honest. I mean, this sort of shit, fucking dancing around trying to get the ball off him, I don't know whether they were just trying to give me a chance there or not, I don't know, but I found the shooting quite a difficult mechanic to get my head around, in as much as I was crap at it. I mean, as you see, I think I waited, recorded until the last bit, just to see what stats there were. I think I had 5 shots and only 2 were on target, so I didn't do particularly well. This automated replay of the match highlights and stuff, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's a good thing. Whether I'd sit and watch them all every time, I don't really know. I'm quite an impatient gamer really, so I tend to want to get straight into the action, I'm afraid. There you go. 5 shots, 2 on target, 49% possession, 15 tackles, 2 fouls. Bollocks. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, take it easy and I'll catch you later. Bye.